late 60s, 70s hit, and guitar became, the focal point of music. And one of the reasons, first of all, it's multi-timbral. You can play chords and single notes.
Right.
You could have every sound from a Telecaster through a Fender amp to a Les Paul through a Marshall and everything.
You can play and sing at the same time, as opposed to a trumpet where you got.
True, right? And every guitar player, even if they play on the same amp and same guitar, sound totally different.
Yeah,
Stevie Ray's going to sound like Stevie Ray, Jimmy Page. So it allows. It's an instrument that allows your personality to flow through it in multiple ways, just from note expression and tone and this and that. So
I think it's the most expressive instrument.
I mean,
a really good trumpet player would probably disagree with me and say, no, I can, but you can bend notes. You can change the tuning. You can do all kinds of stuff on the guitar that you can't do on other instruments.
Yeah, and I think people's personalities. We're guitar players, so obviously you can hear 5 notes of a song or a guitar solo and go know who that is.
Right.
Now pianists, there's Oscar Peterson, all these great Jared and all these fantastic piano players.
Yeah.
You really have to listen to the notes they're playing to figure out who they are, but because the instrument itself has, the tonality of it is not as wide.
Right.
So, it's really comes down to their technique and their style, but it's a little hard to discern, a great pianist or a great sax player, and horns are single note instruments. So it's, it's a more complete instrument, guitar, because you can, be Bob Dylan, play, sing and play.
Right.
Or, you can be Jimi Hendrix and blow people's minds, through amps. And so it's just such a versatile instrument. It's why I think it took over the world for, pretty much still.
I was about to say, I don't think it's given up its post.
I don't think so either.